Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am psychic medium Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. This is actually pre-recorded because hopefully at this moment I am on an airplane on the way to North Carolina. So I'll be in North Carolina for a week, staying at a beach with my friends and doing a little bit of work. And tonight, hopefully, I'll be going to the Ghost Walk of Wilmington, and I will let you know how that goes. So today, Cari Connects, we are using the Starseed Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Daniel Noel, which is awesome because these cards are really beautiful. And Starseed Oracle, if you know what a starseed is, if you don't, Google it. It's someone who feels like they don't belong here, who maybe came from a different dimension or a different planet, or lived in is here having the human experience. It's kind of a cool thing. Whole other topic to talk about. I think I have a podcast about it. So, Starseed Oracle, here we go. These are a little bit harder to fan out, so I'm going to kind of put them all over and then pick one. I forget that you guys see the top of my head all the time. Okay. This is why sometimes I don't pick some of these decks, because some of them are a little bit harder to read. So this one is beautiful. It has Atlantis kind of in the bottom. If you can see that, Atlantis right here. It has a bridge or a doorway of an opening of some sort. This is called The Lost Lands, and it's soul memories and gifts, and you've done this before. So that's so crazy. Well, it's not crazy because this is a Starseed deck. So I don't know if I don't know if some of you don't believe in reincarnation or past lives, and that's okay, because this can mean something that you've done when you were a child, or something that you have past memories of, or someone in your history, in your genealogy history has done. So this is your soul memories. If they're talking about soul memories and gifts. So this week you're going to be tapping into some of your gifts, some of your spiritual gifts, some of this inside of you. And here's the thing that's crazy is this is still part of healing, which we've had the last 2 weeks. So if you're digging something, if you're trying to figure out stuff inside of you, which I 100% believe that dealing with this inside helps you deal with your spiritual gifts and dealing with what's on the outside. The thing that sucks is it's so hard to deal with what's in the inside because it's painful and it's shadowy and you don't want to. And so you'd rather just sometimes bypass it or just ease the symptoms. And we have to deal with what's going on inside us to tap into our gifts and to become who we truly are. So soul memories, you might have some memories this week of when you were little, or you might have some, memories of when you were a child and your grandma with your grandparents, or other siblings or other family members in your life. And that's just because there's something healing inside of you, especially where we continually get it and get the healing card. There's something healing inside of you, or that you haven't processed, that you need to work on. And to get to your gifts, your spiritual gifts, sometimes those memories are going to pop up, and sometimes they're great and sometimes they're hard. But the trick is you got to process them. You can't just take them and stick them in your that Disney movie, the emotion movie, where she has those little balls of emotion or core memories, and she has the core memories, those balls, and then there's different memories. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, you can't just stick all those balls in there and not deal with it and not process that. And so this is probably why we keep getting healing. Like last week we got mystery, and the week before that we got healing, and last week we got mystery and healing, and this one is memories. Like you're going to remember some things. You're going to remember, this could mean that you're going to remember something great, or it can remember, and that's going to help you heal, or you can remember something that's hard that you have to process, and that's still going to help you heal. Regardless, it also says you've done this before, which means you've lived through it. You kind of buried the trauma, and now you buried it, and now you gotta process it. So that's okay. that's totally fine. And it could mean a past life too. It could mean that in a past life, you've done this before and maybe you didn't do it the way you wanted to when you were doing your life review. You looked at it and you were like, I didn't like it that way, so I'm gonna try it again. And so maybe they're saying this as a memory, you've done this before as a child, or maybe they're saying in a past life, you've done this before. So you got to get through it this time. And here's the thing I want you to remind, no one's judging you. That life isn't a test. It's not like check this and check that and you passed and you failed. Sometimes people use that analogy. And to me, from what I've seen, it's not a pass or fail kind of thing. You are the one who wrote your blueprint. You are the one who wanted to have this journey. You are the one who wanted to experience different things on this journey. And so you get to be the final judge at the end. Now, whether you wrote the hard things in or any of that, I don't know. I don't know that detail. I feel like we're going to figure that out when we get to the other side or when we get to the end of the journey. But right now, I just know that some of the journey, most of the journey, you wanted to experience some of the things that we have. Now, other people, this is getting so deep. So other people, big choices and can kind of alter your journey by the choices they make. So I don't want you to ever think that you chose bad things to happen to you, because that's not what I'm saying. So anyways, lost lands, things that you have forgotten or things that you didn't remember, same thing, are going to pop up this week and it's going to help you heal. That's probably part of the mystery of last week. It's so crazy to me that they're still also like, it must be a big 3 weeks of healing, honestly. So that's a good thing though, right? Because healing's always good, because when we heal, we grow, and when we become more connected to our higher selves, and we become more, it's not all easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I've said this before, spiritual growth is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. So signs and symbols to watch for. So they have water down here, Atlantis, or like a Rome cathedral. They do have this door archway thing with these pillars. So kind of watch for that. And I kind of like this because this is like a portal. And we talked about portals in my podcast. So I love this because you can go into a new dimension or a new portal. And that's what you do when you heal. You raise your frequency. So if you're remembering something from your childhood, or if you're remembering something that needs to heal, or if you've done this before in a past life and you can't remember it and you kind of start to remember it a little bit, this is good because it's once you get through that doorway, it's so much brighter on the other side. So let's see what else. There is a little bit of water, but mostly doorways, mostly pillars and doorways. See, like this is a pillar, a Roman cathedral. There's pillars in this one right here. And there's pillars, there's a gateway and pillars inside the gateway. So pillars and gateways and doors are probably a big sign this week. It probably just means you're getting closer to getting into that healing, and you're getting to the other side of the door. So let's do this. Give yourself some grace here. Healing is no joke. So give yourself some grace here. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some attention, and create strong boundaries this week so you can deal. So you can deal with your stuff. You can heal and deal with your stuff. Especially if back memories or memories start to poke up that you have forgotten, or they just come out of the blue. And it could be that you're just driving down the car and all of a sudden a memory from your childhood comes up that's awesome and that's beautiful, and your grandma was in, and you start to cry, and that's so healing too, right? That's because you remember that your grandma was such a great part of your life, or any kind of that, or maybe it wasn't so great and you have that one good memory. So just any kind of memories. And also I would acknowledge you to journal them, journal those memories, journal whatever comes up for you. And I'm also going to add really fast, it's also Mercury retrograde and new moon, which is going to bring up a lot of emotions. So this could be part of that too. So I want you to document and journal all of that stuff. So I love you guys so much. And I'm going to be in North Carolina this week. So if you reach out and I don't reach back, that's why. And this week I will do my podcast about a ghost walk that I'm going on. And I have lots of other cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys later.